Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. This week, I'm in the mood for soup. This channel started with soup and we haven't done it for a while, so this week we're gonna make ourselves a little bit of beef and vegetable soup. All right, let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's dish. I have some thin sliced shabu shabu beef. I've got a huge amount of vegetables. I've got my favorite negashio broth, a little bit of baby corn, and a couple eggs. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start with a little butter. Okay, my butter's melted. Let's go and put in the beef here. And we'll put a little bit of adobo on top of this. There's a little bit of a dusting. That should be perfect. Okay, we're going to let this fry for a little bit before we start adding other things. All right, let's add in our hot pot vegetables here. See, there we go. And we'll put in some of this baby corn. Okay, let's put in the broth. Okay, go ahead and cover this up and just let it cook for a while. Let's check in on our soup here. Oh yeah, it's coming along nicely. I'll turn it down a little bit, I think. Let's see here. It's coming along pretty well. We'll cook it on a lower heat for a while, I think. While we're waiting for all that, let's go ahead and get these eggs ready to go. And of course, we will grind in some pepper. And put in some salt. All right, that's done. Let's go and stick this back in the fridge. We are not ready yet. I think we're getting close to the end, so we're going to go ahead and pour in our eggs a little bit at a time. There we go. All right, I think we're going to let this cook for a little bit longer, and then it'll be time to eat. Let's check in on our soup. Oh, I think that is done. Chew? All right, let's get this into a container, put some into a bowl, and have a little soup. All right, moment of truth. I have here a fairly large bowl of vegetable beef soup with egg. So, first of all, oh man, that does smell good. It's really, really nice, kind of salty smell. But let's give it a try and see how it tastes. Oh, check that out. That is a big bite, a super messy bite. Let's go ahead and try this out here. All right, first of all. Okay, that is really good. Very, very smooth. That negashio broth goes with pretty much anything. The beef is suitably cooked. It was a very thin slice. It probably cooked pretty quickly. The vegetables have a nice little crunch to them, so really good texture on that. And I can taste a little bit of the egg in there. Even if it's not prominent, it definitely figures into the flavor. All right, let's have another bite here. Okay, that is solid. I considered making the soup spicy, decided I really didn't want to, and honestly, I'm pretty pleased that I didn't. It is plenty savory, and between the vegetables, the beef, and that little bit of egg, yeah man, it has a really hearty flavor. Now right now, summer is in full swing, but as I've always said, any time is good soup time. So I'll have a good soup. I don't care what season it is, how hot it is outside. Let's get some with a whole bunch of egg. As you can see, there's a bunch of egg on this bite. Let's see. Oh man, that is so good. So this whole thing came about because lately I haven't been using a lot of red meat in my dishes, and I've really kind of been in the mood for some beef. So I figured some beef, some vegetables, and a lovely negashio broth, and I can make myself a nice soup. The baby corn was kind of a last minute addition. I needed a little something extra. And of course, baby corn is great in just about anything and always carries a nice crunch. The egg was a suggestion from my mother. My mother is always my cooking mentor, and so I take whatever she says very seriously. So let's have one more bite before we finish this off. Oh, check that out. Lots of vegetables, lots of egg. This is really good. Now, was this difficult to make? Not in the least. First of all, the vegetables were part of a hot pot kit. All I had to do was just open the bag. The beef was already sliced. It's designed for shabu shabu. I just threw it into my own soup. As for the baby corn, I snapped it into pieces. And of course, the broth was prepackaged. The only thing I really had to do was crack and mix the eggs. And that's not difficult in the least. So, if I can make it, you can make it. That's what I say about pretty much everything I cook here on the channel. So, I've got pretty much most of this bowl left and a huge bowl back there on top of the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and finish what I got here, and the other bowl I can have at a later date. But, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.